Hey, this is Rachel Mazza coming to you from normally sunny Lisbon, Portugal. It's a little overcast today, but it is winter, so I will take a cloudy day now and then instead of being in my hometown in upstate New York, which is currently being pelted by huge snowstorms. But if you've seen any of my other videos, then you know that I talk a lot about advertorials and pre-sale funnels to warm up cold traffic and skeptical audiences. And so I wanted to address a question that a client asked me recently about where to publish the advertorial. So you've written the advertorial, you've done a great job, you are holding that baby in your proverbial hands. It's probably digital, not a printout. But you finished the advertorial and now you need to publish it so that you can begin driving traffic to that advertorial. So where do we do that? Of course, you can publish the advertorial to your own website. And that is the quick, down and dirty, easy way to get it up online and start testing, start getting results. That is an effective place to put your advertorial. But if your advertorial is not framed in an appropriate way, it kind of defeats the purpose of having an advertorial in the first place, because it's just going to look like a sales page if you're hosting the advertorial on the exact same site where you are selling the product, right? So for example, if you're selling an anti-aging cream, skincare cream, and you write an advertorial about the top 10 skincare creams of 2019, and then you publish that to the website that's selling the skincare cream, that looks a little weird, right? I mean, people are going to know that that's biased. One of my favorite quotes is from David Ogilvy, and he says something along the lines of, the customer is not an idiot, the customer is your wife. And so people are smart. You can't assume that people are dumb. Even if they were, don't you want smart and dumb people's money? So just don't do anything that would look shady to a normal, logical, critical thinking person going to the website. So if it was an appropriate theme or topic that was framed in a way that was appropriate and relevant to publish on that website, that would be okay. Because if you're talking about the founder of the business, Dollar Shave Club does that a lot, or you're talking about a customer success story, then it would be an appropriate place to find that article on the website selling that offer or promoting the offer that they're featuring in the advertorial, right? So that would be for more of a direct message. But if it's something that's supposed to be a little bit for more unaware audiences, a little bit more indirect, it's going to look weird if it's published on the same page that's selling the offer. So other places that you could publish the advertorial are external websites. So websites that are third party, they're not related to your site. And the easiest way to do that is to use a content network. So these are services like taboola.com, outbrain.com, adblade.com. And these are paid services which will get your article published on a third-party site like Huffington Post, USA Today, CNN.com, Daily Mail, a whole slew of content-heavy websites that when they host your article are going to make that look a little bit more objective, right? Because it's not coming from you, the marketer or the business owner. And so those start as little as $10 a day for the self-service options and go up from there. So that's one option. You could also write a press release, right? Go old school and actually pitch a journalist on your story, which is a little bit harder, a little bit more involved, right? This is for the long-term game. But journalists, editors, they're hungry for fresh content. They're rushing against deadlines. They need new stories. So if you pitch them a story, a ready-made story that's timely and newsworthy and interesting and relevant to their audience, a lot of them are going to be interested in writing about that or publishing your story, as long as it's not too salesy, right? We always talk about advertorials need to be sensitive. You need to approach this traffic gently and carefully, right? You're not pushing the envelope too fast. So we talked about content networks, we talked about press releases. You could also partner with another website owner, so someone that has a blog or a content-heavy website and would be willing to publish your advertorial. So whether that's through a partnership or an affiliate partnership or a blog exchange, or maybe you're being interviewed or doing a guest blog for them, there's a whole bunch of ways to get your content published on someone else's site. And in that case, of course, you want to write something that's relevant for their audience, something that's interesting for their audience, and something that's not too salesy, because you want to respect their audience that they worked hard to cultivate and build trust with, right? So these are a whole bunch of ways that you can publish your advertorial on an external site. And of course, if the topic is relevant, if it is appropriate to publish on the site where you are actually hosting this offer, then you can also do that too. So there's a whole bunch of other ways. It is about to rain, so I will talk about that another time. But if you have questions in the meantime, then go ahead and message me on rachelmazza.com, my website, and I'll be glad to do anything I can to answer your questions. But until then, thank you for checking in, and I hope this gave you some clarity. All right, see you soon.